is Reverend Sandie Griffiths, and I'm an angel communicator and a spiritual healer. I was born with some amazing gifts, and as a small child in the 1950s, I didn't realize that they were such an unusual gifts to have until the Catholic Church intervened. I was born with the ability to be able to see angels as well as people who have crossed on. Many of them were my parents' relatives that died even before I was born. So when the Catholic Church saw that I was speaking to dead people, they decided to do an exorcism. As a small child, I remember thinking, wow, I don't know what they're doing, but they're all still here. And then as I moved through life, I began to lose my sight. And when I lost my sight, it actually enhanced my abilities, so that if I see you very clearly, then I know you are either someone who's already passed on, somebody's angel, or even pets. Animal spirits also show up. If I don't see you and you're just a gingerbread shape to me, then I know that you're actually a person who has a physical body walking this earth right now. I had a son that only lived for 9 hours. It was a rather traumatic experience. But in the process of working through my own personal grief, I became a grief counselor for mothers whose children passed away through Phoenix Children's Hospital. And at that point, when I was doing the grief counseling for mothers, their children would show up. And I finally had to find that voice and speak and tell them, hey, your child is here. They're beautiful. They're healthy. They're alive. They're kissing you. They're giving you messages. And so I took this gift and went public with it. And that's how I became to start using it, not only for mothers whose children have died, but also for adults who their parents or their friends or other loved ones that have crossed over. Through the continuous process of doing what I do with these gifts, I also got involved with the group called POMAC, Parents of Murdered Children. I also have the ability when somebody is in a hospital to walk in and see what's known as their greeters. And I can tell how close that person is to crossing by the greeters and who's there with them. And sometimes I'll see the person out of their body slipping in and out when it's making that choice to permanently leave this physical body and move on. I get very nervous before I work with families. You would think so, since I've been doing this now since the 1980s publicly. But I want to make sure that we have their loved ones. I want to make sure their angels show up. And sometimes we get surprise visitors, and they know who these surprise visitors are. But it's up to the other person to take some time and invite them in. People on the other side, our loved ones, they know who they can work with the best, and they know who they want to work with. So they choose me, or they choose other mediums, or they choose other healers. So I tell people, don't worry about it. If you're supposed to come, you will find me. I really do very little advertising. It's people find me. I don't look for people.